Have you ever found yourself saying, wow, I wish I would have known that? Well, in this video, hopefully you say that a little less often. In this video, we're gonna uncover the 10 things that you should definitely know before moving to North Texas. Hi, my name is Missy with a Living in Dallas, Texas team, and my real estate team and I are here to educate people like yourself that are looking to relocate to our area. It is our honor and privilege to know you, so please reach out via text, via email, or via phone. We are here for you days, nights, and weekends. We have your back when moving to North Texas. While you're here, make sure you subscribe to the channel and you ring the bell so you're notified every time there's a new video added to the channel. Speaking of videos, let's get this one started. The first thing that you would want to know before moving to North Texas is going to be how the public school system is structured. If you have school-age kiddos, this is definitely important to you, so make sure that you jot down some notes on this. So the public school system, very popular here. You can and have access to private institutions, but you certainly do not have to go through that expense if you do not want to. So the way that they're set up, the public school systems are largely funded by property taxes. So if you own a home in the district, a portion of your annual property taxes are going to fund the public schools. The other thing I would tell you about the public schools is that you are going to be zoned to attend certain schools. So for example, if you live in the city of Frisco and it's zoned Frisco Independent School District, that's where your children will have access to the public schools. Now, carrying that a little bit further, in addition to being in Frisco Independent School District in that example, you would be also directed to a specific elementary school, middle school, and high school. So that's how the public school system is set up here in Texas. Great news, majority of our schools here either have A or B rankings, so the children are getting solid education right here in North Texas. The second thing you should know before moving to North Texas is that we have a lot of toll roads to get us from point A to point B. They're going to carry you from north to south and east to west, but the majority of them are going to come at an expense. So you would be well served to go on to ntta.org, which is the organizational site that can help set you up with an account that will save you every time you commute down any of the tollways so that you save a little bit of money. It also plays into access to our airports. So instead of having to pay cash going in or out of the airports, it would simply recognize your toll tag that's on your window so that it would debit that account that you have on file with NTTA. So great highways, they move quickly, they're always clean. However, they do come at an expense. So make sure you factor that in on the budget when relocating to North Texas. The third thing you need to know before moving to North Texas is that we have access to 2 airports. So Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport is certainly the largest airport that we have, and it's right in the middle between Dallas and Fort Worth. The other one is Dallas Love Field, which is a more regional airport that services airlines like Southwest and other smaller airlines. Good news, anywhere you live in the Metroplex, you're pretty much within a 5-mile to tops an hour commute time to get to either one of those airports. So that's going to make it extremely convenient whether you are vacationing or commuting somewhere for work. So it's always good to have those airports at your fingertips, making it really easy to travel anywhere in the United States and beyond. The fourth thing that you should know before moving to North Texas is that we're not all full of cowboys, cows, and ranches. So if that is the image that you have of Texas in your head, well, hate to break it to you, there are parts of the state where certainly cows, cowboys, and ranches are prevalent. But right here in North Texas, it's more like suburbs, shopping, and highways. So it's probably gonna feel a lot like what you're already used to, where you call home, unless you already live in some place that is more rural. Again, you do have access and you will see cows and you will see people wearing boots and cowboy hats, but more so in the outer areas versus right here in the thick of things. So you're gonna see a lot of people that look just like your neighbor does right now, where we're walking around in jeans and trainers, or the yoga pants that's very popular around here, driving the regular sedan, and of course the occasional pickup truck. But you're probably gonna see more cows in farmland, which you can easily get to, probably about an hour or so in any given direction. You'll have more of that wide open spaces, but certainly not here in the heart of the city and the suburbs. The fifth thing that you should definitely know is that the people here and the residents of Texas are friendly. So if that spooks you, don't worry about it. We have no hidden agenda, but you will catch your eye with someone that's going to look you in the eye and give you a smile or a nod or a wave. And a hey y'all, a howdy, or how are you today that is very normal as you pass and repass with people on the street. So get your y'all on and your howdy practiced up, because you'll want to have it at the ready when you meet people and welcome them to the fine state of Texas. The sixth thing that you should know before moving to North Texas has to do with our weather. So I am a complete believer that no state has absolutely perfect weather, and Texas is one of those states. However, we are pretty mild when you look at the variety of weather that we could have. We do have all 4 seasons, although some of the seasons are extremely short. But the winters, it's pretty mild here. Rarely do we have snow or ice on the ground, and if we do, probably not gonna last longer than a few days. In the summer, it's gonna be hot, right? But hot, talking about 100 degrees. 95 to, I'd say 102, 103 would kind of be your range of temperatures in the summer. However, we have air conditioning pretty much everywhere you go. Every house, every car, every shop. So there's always a reprieve to get out of the Texas heat. Also have a lot of shades and ceiling fans, as well as swimming pools and lakes for you to get in and cool that temperature down a little bit. So don't be scared of it. You'll get used to it, especially if your world right now consists of shoveling snow. Don't have to do that here. So make sure that you are prepared for those weather changes. The other thing that I think a lot of people don't know about our area is you are going to have spring storms. In those storms, they tend to be a little loud, with some lightning and some thunder, which will catch people off guard if they're used to just their storms are rain only. So when you say that it's raining cats and dogs and it sounds like it, it's gonna happen here. Just wanna prepare you for it. We do have rather large storms and loud storms, but once you experience 1 or 2, you're like, okay, I got this. And it becomes part of just the fabric of the weather patterns here in North Texas. Number 7 of things you should know before moving to North Texas is going to be, we have a little bit of an addition that we add to Webster's Dictionary. We do have some vernacular that you probably are not used to hearing on a daily, but once you're here, every day. I am guilty of several of them, but y'all, fixin', gonna, reckon to are all words that we've kind of taken 2 or 3 words and mushed them all into one, and it's just part of the daily life here in the fabric of being a North Texan, actually just a Texan in general. So you'll either acclimate and start using those words, and you might not even realize that you're saying them, and will help endure you to the world around you and your fellow Texans and adopted Texans, or you're gonna go, oh my goodness, and you'll wanna correct everybody. But save yourself a little bit of breath and just go with the flow, y'all. Number 8 on the list when moving to North Texas that you need to know is high school football. Let's talk about it. Friday night lights during the football season is huge. We have, I don't know what happened or why it's right here in Texas, but it's true what they say. The kids are bigger here and they are good. They are recruited heavily to a lot of the colleges that play at the higher levels on the football spectrum, and it is so fun to watch. So if you love a good football game, come and check it out on any Friday night as the high schoolers take the field, or get your kiddos ready. If they love football, then this is a place to be. Well, they will absolutely thrive and just love that camaraderie and everything that makes Texas high school football bigger than the state. We're getting near the end of the list, but let's talk about number 9, the 9th thing you need to know before moving to North Texas. That's going to be food. We have a big foodie culture here. You'll be able to find top-notch chefs at fantastic restaurants for you to indulge in. But I would say that the 3 things that every Texan has an opinion about and is prideful about is going to be Texas barbecue, sweet tea, and Tex-Mex. So those you're going to want to try and pick your favorites. But you will have barbecue competitions and restaurants that are ranked. In fact, some of the better restaurants do have a barbecue chef that is phenomenal that you'll want to go and try out. But everybody's got their favorite, and there's always a new one to go and catch. And then the big debate, unsweet tea or sweet tea? Well, I know that there are definitely parts of the country that are bigger on sweet tea, but you'll find here, you're gonna be asked. If you ask for tea, most of the restaurants are gonna ask you whether you want sweet or unsweet. And then Tex-Mex. Mexican restaurants, they are family owned primarily, and they do it really well. And sometimes they'll have more authentic Mexican food, and sometimes the Tex-Mex variety, or they'll have a menu that has a little bit of each one. It just depends on who owns and operates that particular establishment. But do yourself a favor while you're here visiting and house shopping. Make sure you check out at least one barbecue place, have some unsweet or sweet tea, and try that local Tex-Mex cuisine. Rounding out our top 10 of things that you definitely need to know before moving to North Texas is going to be Texas pride. The people that live in our state, for the most part, absolutely love living here. No state is perfect. We're going to have things that we gripe about a little bit more than others, but overall, you take these top 10 things that we talked about, you embrace the friendliness and the extra culture and the y'alls and the public school system and everything that makes North Texas so great, and you just become this, whether you're native or not, you feel like you've always been here, and people say they're a Texan. Now, the thing that I will tell you that will not endure any resident here to you is if you come from another state and try to make Texas like the one that you came from. There's a reason why you moved here. There's a reason why Texas is the height and the top of a lot of people's list of why they want to call it home, and we're going to defend that. So embrace it, love it, we'll love on you, and you can be in one of the friendliest states. And don't forget, we have amazing choices and selections when it comes to housing. Our houses are beautiful. They still are relatively inexpensive compared to the cost of living in other highly desired areas. But that's my job. So let me and my team go to work for you. What I'd love for you to do is reach out and communicate with us so that we know you're moving. What would you like to see in your home? What would you like to budget for it? What type of things would you like in the area that you select? Maybe it's a school, maybe it's a commute time or distance to the airport. Jot all that stuff down, text, call, or email us at any time. We have your back when moving to North Texas, and we can't wait to help your family relocate and become one of ours.